So let's just chat about the cost of ownership. So this starts at 689,000 Rand, which is really not bad, but it's 10,000 Rand more than your ultra luxury Cherry Tiggo 7 plug-in hybrid. So it's a little bit more expensive. Well, slightly more expensive. And then if you look at it at a 72 months, 13% interest rate, a 30% balloon payment with no deposit, you're looking at about 12,100 Rand per month. On insurance, I'm a 35-year-old male. Car is parked in a locked or in the yard with a locked gate. Haven't had claims for the last 5 to 6 years, and also had insurance for more than 7 years plus, and I'm married, of course. I'm looking at about 1,415 per month on insurance. If you look at the tire costs, these are Kumo Extra tires, 235 50s, 235 by 50 by R19s or R19s. You're looking at anything from 3,500 Rand per tire, which is not too bad, but that's about 14,000 Rand to replace all 4 tires. Fuel consumption is very low on this car, looking at about 4.9 liters per 100 kilometers. I am pretty much getting there, to be dead honest with you guys. I can get 1,200 kilometers on a full tank of this vehicle. So fuel consumption, or fuel wise, you're going to save quite a bit of money on your fuel consumption on this Jaecoo J7. You also get a 5-year 70,000 kilometer service plan on this vehicle. You also get a 10-year warranty on the battery, unlimited kilometers, and a 10-year warranty on the engine itself, obviously for the first owner. So yeah, really not that bad. For the next 5 years or 70,000 Ks, you are sorted with services. So yeah, that's the cost of ownership. Let's quickly have a walk around to show you what is different on the Jaecoo J7 SHS. There we go. Let's have our walk around. What does the SHS stand for, guys? Super hybrid system. Yes, indeed. It's pretty cool. I still love the design of this car, especially in this color. I really do love this. And what's different about this is the fact that you get different mirrors. Hey, it just has more of a sleek design to it, and I like the fact that you get this chrome inlay over here. Really looks very nice. This is also a little bit different over here. It's like you have this checkered flag design over there, giving that performance feel to it. 19-inch wheel, and you can see it's a different rim as well. So it looks pretty cool. I do love this. It really helps with the aerodynamics or the drag coefficient of the vehicle. And one thing, remember, this car is a normal internal combustion engine vehicle that's been changed into a hybrid vehicle. So yes, you will see the battery underneath. I'll show you guys that just now, but it works very, very well. It's only when the engine kicks in, it feels a little bit clunky sometimes, but we will get into that when we drive the vehicle. But check this out. How low can you go? I'm gonna have to go very low. Do you guys see the battery system at the bottom over there? So yes, you can see it. So I wouldn't suggest taking this through water or actually off-road. You don't want to damage that. One thing I do like is it is a BYD blade battery, and those are the safest batteries out there in the world. I can imagine why other brands would use that, and it's the safest. I mean, if it's not broke, why fix it, eh? I guess that's the good old saying. But other than that, it's a really fantastic car. I really like this design. It's still one of the most beautiful designs. I like the fact that you get the exact same fuel cap on both sides. So you'll see on this side as well, it looks exactly the same. It's just a little bit bigger, but there we go. That's for your charging. So DC charge and AC charge. AC charge 6.6, it takes about 160 minutes. What's that, 2.5 hours more or less? And then on a DC charge, 40 kilowatt hour, you'll take about 20 minutes from 30% to 80%. See the design here at the back? Everything else is very, very much the same. Just the bumper at the bottom here looks a little bit different to me. So just more of a sleek design. Look at those tires, like a fat tackies. But everything else is pretty much the same. When you see a Jaecoo, it's a Jaecoo. You get this beautiful sunroof at the top over here. And let me quickly show you the boot first. I'm going to show you the boot. So let's pop this open. Electric tailgate. 412 liters of boot space, and then at the bottom over here you can see there's the charging cable over there. I didn't even charge this car, to be honest with you guys. We will chat about that while we are driving. Just want to see at the bottom here. Okay, it's just some electronics. Looks exactly like the Cherry, eh? Get a 12-volt socket over here, and yeah, this is also a very sturdy, and yeah, this is also a very good. And of course you get this cover over here. Sure, it is a bit clanky, but in any case, 60-40 split. Let's check the boot, the rear space here quickly. Like I said, we've done the full review, guys, so you guys can go see that. in the links in the description below. Beautiful seats. I still love the way this car sits and how comfortable everything feels. There's a lot of space in here. And look at this map holder with extra holders over here, or extra pockets over here, USB and USB-C. Oh, and it feels nice and cool in here. Because it is partially electric, you can have your aircon running while the vehicle is standing still or switched off. Let's jump into the front. I like this new design here, eh? This is pretty beautiful. I like, woo, see, okay. I like that new design. It's just a bit difficult to use sometimes. You'll see now. See, it's a flat design over here now. They don't have this chunky door handle over here. Kept it nice and sleek. But if I press it up, it's very difficult sometimes, because if I press it, it just wants to go. Check here. So let's press it down. So let's say I want to do it just a little bit. Oh, there it goes. Oh, no, wait. Just that. No, wait, no. Yeah, anyway. So once you get used to that, it's quite easy to use. You'll see the interior looks exactly the same. The only big difference inside is the fact that, I need to switch the radio off, that there's no gear lever in the middle. So it's nice and flat. I can have two phones over here, charging ports on this side, just another phone holder over there, some space at the bottom over there with the 12-volt socket, and then on this side you get your USB and USB-C over there. But other than that, everything else feels pretty much the same. Heads-up display, beautiful design. I'm not going to go into too much of the tech and features. The only difference with this vehicle and the tech and features is the fact that I have my new energy. So we'll have to jump in. Let's do this. Foot on the brake. Okay, so foot on the brake, the car is on new energy. So we've done this on the Chery Tiggo 7. Very much the same, works exactly the same, the way you set it up. Driving distance display, how the battery works with everything over here, how the electric motor and the internal combustion motor works with the vehicle. My 18 kilometers range over there, which is quite nice because I haven't charged this once, guys, like at all. And you can see here my fuel consumption. Out of the last 50 kilometers, I've been doing an average of 5.5 liters per 100 kilometers. That is not bad at all. I have done, let's quickly see here. Let's press this one. So you have to press this button here to be able to scroll down there. I've done 329.8 kilometers. So let's call it 330. And I still have an 822 kilometer range left. That's insane. So if you plus that, so that's 1,150 kilometers more or less. Eh? So they claim 1,200 kilometers, and we will most probably get that. That is beautiful. And this vehicle has a 60-liter fuel tank. So not the biggest in the world, but also not the smallest. Kind of average 60-liter fuel tank, and I'm getting 1,200 kilometers out of this tank. That is really, really not bad, guys. So it's pretty much 20 kilometers per liter. That's insane. That's crazy for such a big SUV. Let's quickly check the engine. So remember, guys, the tech and features and everything you will see in the other video that I've done the full review on. So let's quickly open up this over here. Ah, beautiful. Like it when a car has shocks on the bonnet. It just makes life so much easier. So this is a 1.5 turbocharged engine mated with the 18.3 kilowatt hour battery with an electric motor driving the front wheels. You're looking at about 255 kilowatts and 525 newton meters of torque. I'm not too sure about the 0 to 100, guys, but let me tell you, it's not a slow car at all. Like, really not a slow car at all. But let's take this baby out for a drive and feel what it feels like out on the road, and then we chat a little bit about that. So see if this new DHT gearbox made a big difference with that lag that you get on the standard DCT box that you get with the 1.6. So driving the Jaecoo J7 SHS, you can immediately feel it is such a smooth ride. I would definitely work a little bit on this aircon system over here to get a little bit more like physical buttons. Just makes life so much easier, so I don't have to always pop in there when I need to turn the aircon on. I mean, yeah, that's a little bit difficult for me, but it's fine. You can get used to that. And yeah, I have to say this car feels very smooth. Guys, you must feel or hear the outside or the cabin. You must hear how quiet this car is on the inside. Like sometimes, even if I drive past the ocean, and you know the ocean can be loud, at night, I don't hear anything in this car unless I open up my window, and then all of a sudden I hear, then you hear the ocean. Listen to this. Listen here. Listen, it's quiet. Now you can hear everything on the outside. It is such a quiet car on the inside. The one thing I can definitely say is the suspension is a little bit on the hard side. So if I drive here, it's very soft. Like on a smooth tar surface like this, or just on the normal road, it feels very nice and soft. But as soon as I hit a little bit of a bump in the road, I do feel that clang. I feel that, I don't know, it just feels a bit harsh to me. Like I can really feel it doesn't soak up the bumps that well. It's like it hits it quite solid, and that's the only thing that I can complain about. But when I drive on the highway or when I drive on the road, I don't hear the road at all. It's very, very quiet. So these tires are also very quiet, but I think it's more the vehicle and the insulation inside the cabin. When the engine switches on, I don't even notice it. Sometimes I just feel that there's a little bit of a slight vibration in the car. Then I know, oh, the engine is kicked in, so obviously charging my battery. And this is the first time I got it below the battery. I got the battery below 20 kilometers, because usually it charges, if it hits like 20, it keeps on charging the battery. But other than that, I have to say, I see there, I got a bump there. So it feels a bit like when it hits the bump, you can actually feel it hits the bump. So I feel like the suspension just needs a little bit tweaking. I'm not too sure if it's the weight of the battery pack and all of that. I'm not sure if that has a big impact on the vehicle. But let me tell you, it's got immense amount of power. It always feels like it has this thrust to it. Like when I put my foot down, it really pushes me into my seat. Sometimes it feels like I kind of feel like it doesn't feel like the 525 Newton meters of torque, to be honest with you guys, but it does have, really, it has a lot of power. I mean, I was standing next to a Golf GTI the other day, and we put our foot and we really hit it all from the get-go, from the robot, from the standstill, and yeah, I made him look bad, to be honest with you guys. Like, yeah, it was a good challenge, but yeah, he just couldn't stay with me. And the more I give, or the more I go, the further I pull away from him. So yeah, this is, and it's cheaper than a GTI, and you get a lot more space. I mean, you can't compare this to a GTI, don't get me wrong, guys. It was just funny knowing that I could beat him. But you get a complete different feel in that car. I will never down talk a GTI. That's a fun car on its own. It's a complete different feel. It feels sportier and all of that. But in any case, that's a video for another day. It just felt very cool to know that yeah, this is kind of a GTI killer, hey? And at a much more affordable price. And I do it with a lot better fuel consumption. Like seriously, I can't fathom how good this fuel consumption is. Like currently, last 50 kilometers, 5.4 liters per 100 kilometers. It's just insane. I'm gonna put my foot down just now. You guys are gonna see now. As soon as it turns green, check here. Yay, puppy. Like it pulls. Did you guys hear that little bit of a squeak from the wheels? Yeah, it's that 525 Newton meters of torque putting it down, and then you just hear cheat, 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 cheat. Anyway, it still feels flippin' cool. Yeah, this car feels very solid on the road. There's sometimes when I do drive or when I do turn the steering wheel, it does feel a bit lighter. Even in sport mode, it feels very light to me. So I don't feel a lot of feedback from the wheels. Like even there, we spun the wheels a little bit, but there was no feedback that I'm spinning the wheels. I just hear the cheat. So I don't have all the confidence going into a corner. But remember, this is not a sports car. It is a family SUV, and for that, it really does a very, very good job. Like honestly, does a very good job. Oh, now we're missing this over here. There's not a lot of body roll, but when I do turn the steering wheel, it does feel like the car floats a little bit like this, but it's nothing really to complain about. If you don't know how a sports car drives, you would never know the difference or how this feels different. Does that make sense to you guys? Like, this is really such a good drive. I kind of feel like this is, I don't know, it's really such a good car. I mean, yeah, check here, I'm going to put my foot down, 1, 2, 3. You see how instant it is, guys. So let's go back to normal speed, to 80, 120 is the normal speed, by the way. So 1, 2, 3. I mean, that's kind of instant. Yes, like it. Yeah, I know. And all these cars behind me, they just stay behind me, eh? Yeah, it really feels good. I don't know if you guys can see here in the mirror over here. So if I put my foot down, you're going to see this car disappear quite a bit. So 1, 2, 3. Bye-bye. You see, it pulls away. And I like that about this car. And check here, even on the highway, I'm driving 120. Listen to that wind noise. It's very, very minimal. Like, it really sounds good in this car. Oh, and every time I put my foot down, I feel this waft of power. It really feels good. Like, honestly, it is even more fun than a normal Jaecoo because you get all of this technology in this car, this hybrid technology. It's even more fun driving this car, like, honestly. And with all the driving assistance systems, you guys will see in the full review how good these driver assistance systems are. They're very good, not too intrusive, doesn't like shout at me, and I can set that alarm tone for the vehicle not to shout. Even the indicators, I know that they're on, but you don't hear them. It's so quiet. And I like that about this car as well, the fact that I can do that, because some of these brands really have a very annoying indicator. Oh, and this guy wants to push in front of me. Okay, nice. I don't know where he is off to with such a speed, but in any case, driving like a real twat. I wish I had that on camera. Yo, he's like swerving between cars like this. I don't know what the big rush is. So guys, other than that, I really enjoy the drive of this car. I'm not going to change my driving feel score of the vehicle, even though the gearbox and everything work very well together. It's such a massive improvement from your DCT box that has that bit of a delay. But I kind of just feel like, just because of the way the vehicle drives, I'm not going to change my score. It feels very much the same to me. Yes, it's got more power and it's more direct, but I would still enjoy the J7 in general, like just the normal 1600 engine. I would still enjoy that because it feels the exact same as this car. I kind of feel like that actually absorbed the humps a little bit better. I think it might have to do with the weight of the vehicle. I'm not too sure, but I'm not going to change my driving score or my driving feel score. I think I'm going to keep it the same, but I can definitely tell you that there is a massive improvement with this gearbox. 100%, definitely. Whoa, yeah. It's just with all this power, I kind of feel like I'm losing a little bit of confidence in this car. I feel like it kind of has a little bit too much power for the way the car drives, especially around bends and stuff. I kind of feel a little bit scared sometimes. But let me know in the comments, what do you guys think? What do you guys think about the Jaecoo J7 in general? And what do you think about the plug-in hybrid technology? There's one thing I didn't mention, and it's this headrest over here. It's a little bit too far back from me. My seat is already upright quite a bit, so I'm sitting in my perfect driving position, but then I have to do this. So I'm really looking up at the stars when I have to relax in traffic. Like, yeah, it feels like I have to force my head back in order to relax, and that is not really that relaxing. Does that make sense to you guys? But other than that, the seats, everything feels lacquer in this car. It's so symmetrical, soft touches everywhere. I wouldn't say premium as yet. It just feels very good. Like, it feels very good, 100%. So let me show you guys the power quickly. So the speed that we can drive is 120. So we're driving 100. So 1, 2, 3, and there we're at 120. Pretty quick, guys, pretty quick. There's no like needs to choose which gear and all of that. It just goes, like, it really just goes. Absolutely love that about this car. It's got lacquer power and it's so instant. So let's go quickly go. We're going to go from 85. Let's see, 1, 2, 3. You see, and the longer you wait, the more power kicks in. It's insane. Another thing is this brake energy regeneration is very good in this car. Like, you can see the amount of power it pushes back into the battery. But one thing I do not like about the brake energy regeneration is you get so used to it. So you know, like, if I put my foot down and I release the accelerator, then the vehicle starts braking slowly, right? So it's supposed to start braking slowly and slow the vehicle down so I don't have any issues. But then when I want to push the vehicle, let's say for instance I put my foot down here and I go for it and I release it, then it still goes. Then I'm like, oh shit, I need to brake. Then I need to apply brake. So it's definitely something to get used to. Definitely something to get used to. It's actually quite funny sometimes. Megan got a fright the other day because someone drove in front of me and I wanted to just drive close to him, just to hoot lekker at him. And then as he pulled away, I gave a little bit of beans. And then I wanted to get closer to him, and then I was like, oh shit, but I'm too close to him. So yeah, just be careful and be mindful of that. Otherwise, you might get in a sticky situation. That's the only thing. Like, check now, I'm going to put my foot down. See, no brake energy regeneration. It just keeps on going. So yeah, but once you get used to your car, obviously you won't do that. But for the first time driving it, definitely something to get used to. And yeah, let's get to the smile rating, and then let's see if this vehicle really makes us smile. So now let's talk smile rating. Does this car make me smile? Now, we've driven some other brands as well, a lot of Chinese brands, a lot of German brands, and now you could kind of get the feel of this vehicle and really feel what this vehicle has to offer. Now, if I compare this to the sub brand of Jaecoo as well, or a part of Jaecoo, that this is the sub brand of a brand. If I compare it to apple versus apples, then we're going to have to relook at the smile rating. So I've got my trusty book over here, and let's quickly have a look at what the smile rating is. So for design and style, on the standard Jaecoo, I gave it an 8 out of 10 for design and style, because I mean, it is a very beautiful car. It really is a striking looking car. It's like a mini Range Rover, for instance. It really looks very nice, and I'm going to keep that score at 8 out of 10 even with this SHS. I'm not a big fan of the wheels. I don't like these electrified kind of wheels. I don't know, I just don't like it that much, but it doesn't look bad at all. It looks nice. I like the fact that it's black. It does work well in contrast with the vehicle, so I'm going to keep that at 8 out of 10. Now, if I look at tech and features, so tech and features, this car has a lot of tech and it's got a lot of features. Let's be honest about that. And this is the hybrid, so you do get a little bit more. I mean, you have this whole hybrid system working with the vehicle with the DHT box and your gearbox, and yeah, I think I used to give it a 7 with tech and features, just because the car doesn't park itself. There's a few things that you can still add on, and the infotainment screen is not the easiest to use. You have to get used to it and know where everything is, and like playing the radio and setting a few things, and yeah, there's a few things that you need to get used to. So for tech and features, it used to be a 7. I'm now giving it an 8 out of 10 just because of the hybrid system. Comfort and practicality, I used to always give it an 8 out of 10, but now I know that this is a smaller boot, so it's a little bit smaller than the Tiggo 7, for instance. So for comfort and practicality, I used to give it an 8 out of 10. So the Jaecoo J7 got an 8 out of 10, and I think I'm pretty much gonna give it the same score. I know it is a little bit smaller than the Cherry Tiggo 7, so I wanted to give it a 7. I still feel like it is very practical, it is very comfortable, and it's a spacious vehicle. It's more of a compact vehicle compared to the Tiggo 7. The Tiggo 7 is a little bit of a bigger SUV for me, but the space inside doesn't really feel that much of a difference, and it looks different, it feels different. I think for the comfort and practicality, I'm still going to give it an 8 out of 10. The driving feel, so it used to get a 7 out of 10. I'm still going to keep it at 7 out of 10. I know it really helps a lot with this DHT box, really making the car feel much more smoother, and there's no delay, but you still get a bit of a clankiness from the engine every now and then. You feel that judder, and I kind of feel like the car is a little bit loose. I don't know if it's the extra weight or anything, but the car doesn't give me all that confidence when I drive the vehicle on the highway or at a higher speed, or I go around the corner and I put my foot flat down. It feels a bit wobbly. I feel a bit scared. I don't get feedback from the wheels. So I'm going to keep it at a 7. I'm not going to give it an 8 just because of the gearbox. There's still a few things that they can definitely work on to make the car feel more solid and more reliable on the road itself. Value for money. Now, this is where the score changes a little bit. I used to give it a 9 out of 10 for value for money, but driving other vehicles, driving other brands, I could see that the value of this car, there's so many competitors out there. Yes, you do get your 10-year warranty and all of that for the first owner, but I feel like it's a little bit more expensive than some of the other brands out there. It's I think it's because it's a brand on its own. It's a little bit different. It's not, you don't get so many of them, but I feel like the boot is a bit smaller. For this price point, I can get a little bit bigger and a little bit better. It's got a little bit less power as well. So value for money, instead of a 9, I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. Yeah, I think it's a very good score. I can't give it a 9 out of 10 anymore because there's still some other brands out there that has a little bit more value for money. I think I'm gonna have to give it an 8. I did the same for the Cherry Tiggo 7. It's still an 8 out of 10. But I think because this car is a complete different vehicle, different brand, it's not the exact same. They kind of don't drive the exact same as well. I think the value for money on this car, just because of the looks and everything, it's pretty cool. I do like that, and the low fuel consumption. Yeah, so value for money, definitely an 8 out of 10. So what's the verdict, guys? We're still getting a 39 out of 50. That means I'm still getting a 78%. I think that is a very, very good score for this vehicle. So I would still recommend to go drive the other brands out there. Drive the plug-in or the plug-in hybrid electric vehicles. Plug-in hybrid electric vehicles, go drive them and feel the difference. Feel what really suits you best, and look at the design. Really look at what talks to you the most. I really do like this, and if I had my money on any PHEV or any plug-in hybrid vehicle at this moment, I would most certainly consider one of these. So there we go, guys. Thank you very much for watching this video of the Jaecoo J7 SHS. It is really a stunning car. I absolutely love the design of the Jaecoo. It's the third one that I'm driving. It's like God is telling me that I need to get something like this. I don't know, but I really enjoy this car. And yeah, let me know in the comments, what do you guys think about the Jaecoo J7 in general, just the standard one as well as this SHS. Let me know in the comments what you think, and thank you very much for all your support, guys. I absolutely love you, and remember to become a member so you can also get your free t-shirt. Have a lucky day, guys. Stay safe. Peace.